Big fish. Big fish, what is this?
What's poppin'? Today we're on the river, and not only that, we're chasing toothy critters. Looking for pike. If I catch a muskie, I'd obviously welcome that as well. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna start the process of trying to learn how to catch pike consistently. The water's pretty muddy, there's a lot of current. I don't necessarily know what to expect, but I'm gonna throw a spinnerbait, I'm gonna throw a topwater, and we're gonna see what happens. Let's get started.
I'm gonna start with a spinnerbait. It's like a bright fire tiger color. Actually, my friend Frank sent me this a long time ago. It's got a grub on the back and a single Colorado blade. The water's really dingy and there's good amount of current, so I kind of think this is actually gonna be a great play. The one thing it doesn't have is a trailer hook, but I don't want to put a trailer hook on there because I've got that grub on there and I figured it might mess up the action a little bit. Now, I don't know a whole lot about pike, but in my experience, when I catch them on the river, they're usually in a little area where there's going to be a bit of a current break, and a lot of times they're right behind a tree. If there was more grass here, I have a feeling they would really line up on the grass. We just don't have a ton of grass in the river. I'm sure we'll stumble upon a few bass while we're messing around with them too. I could definitely see a largemouth hitting this spinnerbait. This is the first time I've ever fished this section in my kayak. No idea what to expect. All I have is my little bass net, so if I end up hooking some giant, it's gonna be a real pain in the butt. Last fall, I really got into the whole trout fishing thing, and I intend to get back into trout here soon, but that was totally new for me. And so part of the fun for me was the fact that I was learning a new species. Well, that's exactly what I want from these pike videos. I'm hoping to target them a good bit and really just learn with every trip a few new things. So the first couple videos where I target pike, I'm probably not going to catch as many. If I can catch 1 or 2 today, I count that as a big win. You got to have patience when it comes to trying to figure out a new species. A lot of people just want instant gratification. It's just not the way fishing is. You got to put in time. Let's try the topwater. The old spook. Red head, white body. I'm feeling good about this bait. Oh, I smashed the topwater against the pillar. Oops. I wish I had a tube to throw, but I can't get distracted and start chasing smallmouth only. That's why I didn't bring like a tube or an ultralight or anything. I don't want to get distracted. I want to focus on the mission at hand. And the mission is pickles. We got topwaters here, come get it, $5. Let's go back to the spinnerbait. Just got to keep rotating until one gets bit. All my pike experts. Current conditions, overcast, maybe like 70 degrees outside, water temp on the decline, high water, high current, lots of mud. What do I throw? What do I throw for river pike in this situation? I'll be curious to see what everybody answers. There's a bunch of big boulders under this bridge, so it's gonna be interesting to see if anything's positioned on that. I mean, it looks like a smallmouth spot. This is kind of like a low current area. Got to be something that's willing to eat this spinnerbait. I swear I just got bumped. I don't know, man. There he is. Oh my gosh. Giant smallie. Giant smallmouth. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Net. Surprise! That's not a pike. That's a giant smallie. Did not expect you, Pikachu. Right on, dude. What the heck? Barely hooked. That is a long freaking fish. Giant. That is a gorgeous fish. That's probably like a 19-inch smallmouth. I'm telling you. Like, here, I'll do a little measurement against my rod. Like, it's close enough. It comes up to basically that second. Yeah, okay, I've got a mark on it. Regardless, it's a big fish, okay? On the spinnerbait. I knew this looked like a smallmouth area. See ya, buddy. If I'm gonna be going for a different species and I get surprised by a smallmouth bass, I'm always gonna welcome that. That fish went from tail to here, up to this thing right here. So I'll try to remember that and measure it later. I thought I'd catch some largemouth on this spinnerbait, but I did not expect a big old sizable smallmouth like that. I told myself I wouldn't get distracted by smallmouth bass today, and then I catch that fish while pike fishing, and I'm thinking like, I wish I would have brought stuff to get distracted by smallmouth bass, because that's a nice fish, and I would love to catch more of those. Maybe they'll just keep eating the spinnerbait though. This water looks really good right now. Lots of grass in the water because the water's high. I could see pike definitely cruising these banks right here. I think I see some sandhill cranes in the water up here. That's cool. Right on. What's up, sandhill cranes? Got him. What's this? What's this? What's this? largemouth. Wait, smallmouth. Yeah, it's a smallmouth that looks like a largemouth, you silly goose. What do you think you're doing? You're so pale, mister. I thought you were a largemouth. Beautiful. Okay, 2 smallmouth, 2 largemouth. Crazy. Crazy times on the river.
Well, I tell you what, I'm a happy camper. How can you complain? I'm literally catching largemouth, catching smallmouth. I was out here looking for toothy critters and I'm not succeeding because I don't really know what I'm doing, but clearly I know what I'm doing for bass. I guess I must be looking for areas that are too bassy. I'm not sure what I'm missing. I do think that if I was to find something with a little bit more of like a backwater slough area, I'd probably find some pike, but I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing out here. I really don't know if I'm gonna catch a pike today, but I'm gonna keep my head down and I'm gonna keep casting, I'm gonna keep blasting. We're gonna catch what we catch. If it's bass, great. If it's pike, great.
Quit playing. Oh, something hit it, something hit it, something hit it. Dadgummit, Ethan. Use a trailer hook. Baby, come back. I need a friend with a pontoon. If anybody has a pontoon and wants to move to my area, we can become best friends. I just want to like go out on a pontoon, have some delicious beers, relax, dip my toes in the water. You know, America stuff. Come on, Pike. You can't tell me. There he is. That's a pike. That's a pike. No! No! I mean, I'm not 100% confident it's a pike, but the bite felt like a daggum pike because he like knocked slack in my line, and this spot looks so pikey because it's like slack water behind a tree. The exact kind of stuff I was talking about earlier. Again, I should be using a trailer hook, but I'm stupid. There's another tree up here, so I'm confident maybe there'll be another fish up there. He's got it! No! He's got it! No! He literally bit it twice. I pulled it out of his mouth. Got him, got him, got him, got him. Pickle! No! Why do these things happen to me? And why is there a massive tangle in my line now? Why? That's bogus. I literally had him on. He was so small. It was definitely an online outdoorsman pike. It was the Dinkmaster pike if I've ever saw one. The good news is we had our first, second, third, and fourth interaction with the pike. Probably all the same fish. There's a bite. Oh, come back for it. I bet when I cast it up there again, I'll get another bite. Yeah, I think for future reference, I should probably go ahead and put a trailer hook on there. I do have one. I was like, what is going on? I set the hook and it just kept coming to me. Ah! Why you gotta do these things to me, man? Just a little pikey, that's what I likey. Yeah, buddy. You are the target species, so thank you for biting. That's one way to release them. What can you do? I caught one. This is totally on like the interior side of a channel swing bank. We've got about 8 foot of water on this bank. The water's up in the grass and there's some laydowns and they're right behind the laydowns. Makes total sense why they would be here, but I don't know if there's anything specific I need to take from this other than the stuff that I already kind of knew, because these fish are exactly positioned how I was talking about earlier. What was weird about that fish though is like I set the hook and it didn't feel like I had anything on, but that's the thing with pike, man. They just literally swim right at you once they get hooked. You got to make sure you keep the pressure. Oh, there he is. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. I saw his side. It literally looked about the same size as that last one. That fish doesn't seem like he wants to come back for it. I could totally see there being some big ones in here. I think I just got to keep learning strategies, and maybe I got to throw bigger profiles for those bigger fish. Who knows? Here, pikey. Oh, there's a bite. Oh, he got it? No, he doesn't. There he is. Oh, keep it coming. Dadgummit, why are they? Ah, I should have brought a trailer hook. Why do I not have a trailer hook? I'm so stupid. Oh, there he is. Oh my gosh, he literally hits it every time. He literally hits it every time, but he just bumps it. All right, bumpy boy. I'm gonna name this one Bumper. This is Bumper the pike. He's bumped it 3 times. I know you're still here, Bumper. They either crush stuff so hard that they almost rip the rod out of your hands, or they bump it a few times before finally committing to it. I got him. Bumper, you son of a gun. I knew I'd catch you. I knew I would. No, it's a smallmouth. Who would have thought Bumper was a smallmouth? I thought Bumper was a pike the whole time. Ah, it was a little 14-inch smallie. It was a nice little fish. Note to self, buy trailer hooks and immediately place one on this particular spinnerbait. I'm gonna turn around and head back downstream and I'm gonna keep fishing. This is just kind of like a random box of stuff. It's got some stuff that I feel like pike will like. I'm excited to throw this big guy right here. I don't have the right rod for that today. I think like these big jerk baits will be fun. Other than that, it's just traditional topwaters, walk the dog baits, whopper plopper, some like crappy swim baits, some more spinner baits, little jointed swim baits, little ones. And then spoons. I really think the spoons will be awesome. I am gonna go ahead and take off this particular spook. I'm gonna replace it with this thing right here. I've never even thrown it, to be honest with you. Oh yeah. I like that. I like that. I think pike will annihilate that. Hard twitch and it just goes vroom. This actually looks like something like peacock bass anglers use. One thing I can already tell I don't like about this is my line gets all twisted around the first prop. I might actually remove the first prop if this keeps happening because I don't like that at all. Okay, I gotta just keep moving water with the spinnerbait, but this will be good around like stumps and laydowns and stuff. That bridge piling up there is where I caught that nice smallie, so I'm gonna fish the opposite side this time and just see. I might even come back and fish the same spot where I caught the big one, just to see if another one's moved in. Oh, dude, right in front of the kayak, dadgummit. Holy crap, I think it was a largemouth. Man, the amount of fish I would have caught today if I would have just used a trailer hook. Let's go back over there and fish that spot where I caught that nice smallie earlier. I'm gonna fish both sides of the pillar this time. Big fish. Big fish, what is this? If this is a smallmouth, it's a giant. Or it's just fighting super hard. No, no, dude, no. No. That was probably my PB smallmouth. I am gonna start throwing spinnerbaits for smallmouth more often. Hands down the biggest smallmouth I've ever had on. Maybe it's not as big as I think, but I definitely think that was a 5-pound smallmouth. I'm doing what I can to stay positive here, but that was devastating. There's really no other way of putting it. It was just straight devastating. You get those chances so rarely, and when you miss those fish, it's just so frustrating, man. The one I caught earlier was probably 19 inches, and that fish dwarfed it. All I want to do right now is just cry and eat a sandwich. The only thing that's gonna make me feel remotely better is the fact that there's food at home, and I'm just gonna eat until I stop crying inside.
Okay, as sad as I am right now, there is some key learnings to be had from today, and I should have a smile on my face, and I should really be thankful for the day. I still want to cry a little bit, but I'm still happy. Learning number 1 is, no matter what you think, just put a trailer hook on your spinnerbait. You will thank me later. Learning number 2 is that, oh, this spinnerbait right here, apparently smallmouth like it too. I'm gonna have to get some more Fire Tiger spinnerbaits, single Colorado blade, because they like it. Learning number 3, well, I learned a little bit about pike, not a lot, but I think I learned a little bit about where they like to line up, because clearly there was a specific section of water where I found pike. On the main river and whatnot, I just didn't find very many, but as soon as I found an area with deep enough water, with wood, that didn't have a ton of current, boom, I found them. I'm very happy that I came out, and by golly, I gotta get back to this stretch of river because it has it going on, man. Obviously there's some freaking tank smallmouth.